Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. I just tried my first fan fret guitar a couple weeks ago, and man, they are addictive. Gent is one hell of a drug. Now, multiscale has become a more popular feature amongst 7 and 8 string guitars, where the longer scale length on the additional lower strings is incredibly beneficial. 6-string fan frets have been a little late to the party, but they're starting to pick up steam. This Legator Ninja Overdrive 300 Pro is one of the most affordable 6-string fan frets with neck-through construction, which looks to be a winning combination for metal guitars. Let's take a closer look. Starting with the looks, I really like the aesthetic theme of the Ninja Overdrive 300 Pro. A lot of new guitars have thick, glossy finishes which feel very artificial, very plasticky, and that's not what this guitar is about. The one Legator sent me has a burl top stained in the aptly named Jupiter Burst. The rest of the finish is a transparent satin, so it has a very natural, woody feel to it, which I love. The finish seems a little sloppy in a couple places around the edges and in the route for the 3-way switch, and the logo is already fading slightly from the neck pickup, but the overall look is great. The 5-piece maple and walnut neck runs right through the mahogany body and maple top, and at 8 pounds the guitar has a decent weight to it without feeling like you're playing an anvil. I really like the dot inlays. They have a black outline which help them stand out on the maple fingerboard and look much more interesting than standard black or white dots. The custom Legator monorail bridge feels high quality, as do the Legator locking tuners. No issues there. The overall build quality is solid and it feels pretty consistent with other guitars in this price range. The sound of the Ninja Overdrive 300 Pro comes from 2 NOD custom slant Alnico 5 humbuckers. These pickups seem to be custom wound to match this particular model. Here's what they sound like clean through my dual rectifier. here's what they sound like dirty. So if I'm honest, and this is just personal preference, I'm not huge into these pickups. Especially for the bridge, I prefer something with higher output and a ceramic bite for metal. But that's just me. Again, tone is all personal preference. This Legator has a couple of features that help set it apart from other similar guitars. One of the most obvious is the kill switch. When the guitar is plugged in, the button is illuminated blue around the edges, which looks pretty freaking cool. It's like the eye of a White Walker. Then there's the brass nut. All the guitars I own have nuts made of either plastic or bone, and I gotta say I'm really liking the brass. Now, brass is a very hard and dense material. The advantages are that it increases sustain and also makes open notes resonate really well. Plus, I think it looks cool. Now, the one Legator sent me doesn't have the best cut nut slot. It doesn't look great, but there's nothing wrong with the nut itself, and it doesn't affect playability or tuning stability at all. And speaking of playability, that's where this Ninja Overdrive really excels, in my opinion. In terms of thickness, the neck is somewhere between an ESP Eclipse and an Ibanez RG. The neck through construction and double cutaway shape means that all 24 frets are easily accessible. The 24 jumbo fan frets are level and well polished, with no sharp fret edges. The setup out of the box was really good, with the intonation spot on and the action quite low without that much fret buzz. Combined with a smooth maple fingerboard and sleek satin finish on the neck, it all makes for a very pleasant playing experience. The 25.5 to 27 inch scale length makes it feel like playing a standard Strat on the treble strings, but like playing a baritone on the bass strings. If I had different gauge strings on here, I think this guitar would be perfect for special tunings like standard, but with a low E dropped all the way to a B. The one thing I did notice about the neck is that the edges of the fingerboard aren't rounded at all. A lot of guitars have started to come with rounded fingerboard edges to give them a more played-in feel. This one, you'll have to break in the old-fashioned way. And now it's time for the fan favorite segment, Simon Says, where we ask my guitar noob roommate what he thinks of the 300 Pro. Simon, what do you think of this guitar?
It's like a wooden skeleton.
You wanna see something cool?
Can I press the button?
Well, plug this in first.
Oh. Getting it up. Whoa. It's like a White Walker, dude. With the eyes and the fucking color scheme. It's kind of scary looking. What's the purpose of this button?
That is a kill switch.
Oh, does it kill some?
Yeah. You can strum it and then go boop, 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 boop.
Okay. Why don't most guitars have kill switches? Why is it that this guitar has one?
I just think they thought it looked cool. I honestly have no idea. I would put a tone knob there instead for versatility.
First impression wise, it does look like a little.
Yeah, I mean, you were way more blown away by the kill switch than by a tone knob.
It's like angled. That's cool. Why?
Do you really want to know?
No, it's too technical. Probably not. It's got like a little tiny headstock. I like it. It's like a little cute little headstock. I like the color of this guitar. It's definitely, it's got a very, it's not glossy at all. It's like all wood. It just feels really nice.
Yeah, you like the natural feeling and looking guitars.
I think so.
Need a Simon signature model. How many thumbs do you give this one?
I'll give it 1.8 thumbs. It's like a little 1.8.
Excellent. So there were a few more issues that I'm accustomed to seeing in an $1,000 guitar, which is really disappointing since I quite liked playing this Ninja Overdrive. The brass nut is very cool, the guitar feels great to play, and I love the Jupiter Burst burl finish. The White Walker Eye kill switch also adds a little bit of flair to an otherwise understated look. With the minor finish flaws and ugly nut slot, as well as the battery compartment being too big for the battery so you can hear it rattling around in the control cavity, I'd probably ask Legator to swap this one out for another one, and personally I'd switch the pickups out for something active, but overall I was impressed with both the construction quality and the playability of the 300 Pro. If you're looking for a 6-string fan fret with neck through construction, this guitar should be on your radar. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. I have my opinions, but I'd love to hear yours, so leave them in the comments and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support what I do and get bonus extras like song downloads and tabs, check out my Patreon. Thanks to Legator for sending this guitar out and to Pad for mixing everything. pricing, availability, all the links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome. This is the Legator Ninja Overdrive 300 Pro, and I'll see you for the next video.